Hey, it's EG. Welcome to the audio version of the Be Yourself Marketing newsletter. And if you haven't checked out the podcast yet, there are real conversations with entrepreneurs just like you, and they're building on their own terms because your best marketing strategy is the one you were born with. Find it wherever you listen. Now, let's get into the newsletter. This word gets you more yeses, and it's not pushy. Remember being a kid and asking why a million times a day? You didn't want orders, you wanted reasons. And if you were anything like me, you were crossing your arms, straightening out your back, and standing your ground, waiting for an answer. Now, honestly, nothing's changed much with me, except it's usually not so obvious. We don't want information, we want reasons. And nothing delivers that faster than this one word. The power of because. Good reasons work better than bad. And bad reasons work better than no reasons. And no word delivers a reason faster than because. I know it sounds too simple, doesn't it? But scientists have actually tested how adding because makes people say yes. There's this older-ish study called the copy machine studies that looked at someone trying to cut in line with the photocopy machine. I know photocopiers are so 1970, but it tested 3 versions of the ask to cut in line. The first one was just a request. Excuse me, I have five pages. May I use the Xerox machine? The second one was a request with the quote-unquote real reason. Excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine because I'm in a rush? And the request with the fake reason. Excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine because I have to make copies? Now, even though number 3 makes absolutely no sense, I mean, everyone there has to make copies too. It actually scored just as well as number 2's I'm in a rush reason. For the first one, just the request, 60% said yes, just with the ask. But then 94% said yes with the quote-unquote real reason of I'm in a rush. And then the big whopping 1% difference, 93% said yes with the fake reason, the I have to make copies, just like the rest of them. Your clients are a lot like the folks in that copy line. They don't just want to know what you offer. They need to know why it matters to them. And that's not to say you should give your clients a fake or bad reason, but just remember to make it relevant to them. Think of your audience as like the 2 or 3-year-old kids constantly asking why. They have a problem and they want to learn about solutions. Using because answers they why so they can make that connection in their head. The same rules apply when you use scarcity and urgency. Fake and false scarcity backfires. Readers can smell that smoke a mile away. So now scarcity is a limit on quantities, which means printed copies of books have limits. Ebooks do not. Urgency is a limit on time. So a live event has a limit on registration, but pre-recorded don't. Yes, I know Zoom has limits, but you can always upgrade to make room for more people. Whether it's urgency, scarcity, or just explaining your offer, reasons matter. And that brings us to where we first learned this lesson. Because I said so. Remember asking your parents why until they snap back with, because I said so. Well, that didn't help you fully understand anything but your parents' patience level. Kids need because to connect the dots in learning. As adults, we're not that different. We're still learning, improving our skills, getting clients, and hopefully keeping them. The difference is, unlike our parents, AI never runs out of patience. We can keep asking why over and over and over and over again, and it keeps giving us reasons. Which brings me to the point, as patient as AI is with our questions, it isn't magic. It's just a tool. And like any tool, what you get out of it depends on who's using it and how. So again, it's not just a tool, it's how you use it. So imagine putting a Ferrari next to a Honda Civic on a racetrack. Now your first instinct is going to giggle because there's no contest, right? The Ferrari's going to win. But what if I put a 16-year-old in the Ferrari and gave the Civic to Michael Schumacher? Still think the Ferrari wins the race? So right now, AI is the Ferrari, but you're the 16-year-old behind the wheel. So you're likely to crash and burn at the first corner. The pros win not because of the car, but because they know how to drive it. The same's true with AI. It's not about the tool, it's about the skill in using it. So you can use AI to help you improve your skill set so that you never worry about all those doom and gloom reports about how AI is going to steal your job. So now I use AI, and here's my workflow. Every issue of my newsletter and other writing projects goes through AI before publishing. Now, just in case I'm misgiven enough direction, I ask it to tell me if there's anything else it needs before it gets started. So, for example, good morning, Chatty. It's time to work on another newsletter. I've got the idea for one and a rough outline, but it needs work. The subject line and intro could be stronger, the transition smoother, and there's no takeaway for the reader. Please review and make some recommendations and tell me why you think they'd work for the newsletter and, more importantly, my audience. Let me know if there's anything else you need before you get started. Now, this is important. AI doesn't write for me. It's pressure testing my writing. It gives me ideas when I'm stuck, usually where I get stuck on transitions from one point to another. It offers recommendations, and I have it tell me why they'd work for the project and the audience. So, did I give enough reasons? Are they clear? Are they relevant? Because at the end of the day, whether it's urgency, scarcity, your core offer, or even a like on a social media post, what matters is this: people still want to know why. And when you're ready, run it all through a free custom Humanized GPT by Marcus Sheridan. I'll have the link in the show notes. I don't always agree with the recommendations, and I don't always use them, but reading them helps me see different perspectives and interpretations of the words I'm using. Now here's the because bottom line. Tools don't replace skills, they amplify them when used properly. And because is one of the simplest, most powerful words you can use. It helps us learn, and it gives us a reason to say yes. So here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. The next time you're writing an email or a proposal or even a LinkedIn post, try this. Don't just tell people what, show them why it matters to them. Add one sentence that starts with because. Because that's what gets them to say yes without being pushy. Let me know how it goes. Make it a great why-filled week, because you deserve more yes in your business.